Well, hello everyone. Happy Thursday. And it's a very special day today, right, Michael?
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here in the
We're,
United States. Go ahead, tell them.
oh no, Michael, you go. You
Here in the
go.
United States, we're celebrating Thanksgiving. So happy Turkey Day. And we have a great message to share with you today.
We do. And I'll go ahead and just briefly introduce Michael so he can get right to his powerful message because it is Thanksgiving. And we're so grateful that you're joining us today on this special event. So, Dr. Michael Gross is the professional keynote speaker, energy transformational coach, entrepreneur, and the author of The Spiritual Primer, applying God's 12 transformational laws to reawaken your soul, reconnect to God, the true source, to experience your true source's love, joy, and happiness. And what a beautiful time for us to be talking about this incredible topic. Michael has chosen the wisdom of giving thanks. And I'm blessed that he joins us every Thursday night. So definitely invite your friends, okay? Michael has been helping me for 5 years, and he's been helping many, many other people for over 30 years. He's been a spiritual teacher, a multidimensional healer, a transformational coach, and exceptionally skilled in all aspects of soul, oversoul, vibrations, frequencies, life force energies, and so much more. And we're even witnessing to the amazing Dr. Michael Gross's skills as a non-denominational minister. He showed me his file folder one time. He's got over 1,000 weddings, and it's like this thick. So he's a truly a gift in our world, and definitely connect with him later. Okay, he's going to give us a recap at the end. I'll make sure that his contact information is in the chat. And Michael, don't forget to let them know what you're giving away. Okay,
Yes.
because I could go on and on and on, but I'd like to get right to this message. Okay, Michael. So I'm going
All
to go ahead
right.
and give it to you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And again, happy Thanksgiving. This is one of my favorite holidays. I could say it's for the birds because, as you know, here in the United States, we have turkey, but other people have different kinds of foods. But I really wanted to address something that I believe is very powerful. And it's very powerful because, as I've spoken before, is that you are the SOUL and SOLE creator of your life. And I've talked about how your thoughts create everything in your life. Thoughts create things. You create joy, you create happiness, sadness, anger, frustration, sickness, or illness. But there's another little energy, a frequency and vibration that will enhance everything that you're doing. And that is you're in touch with the universe. So I want everybody to understand that you have the DNA, figuratively speaking, again, of the true source. So you're part of the true source. Your soul is immortal. So how old is the universe? I don't know. But that's about the age of your soul, trillions of years old, whatever it may be. But one of the laws of the universe is that what you think you create, what you create, you experience. Your words have power. It has a frequency, energy, vibration, and a color. Someone screaming at you, you feel jittery, you feel nervous. Your endorphins, your hormones, everything gets out of whack. It's the energy of the words. So let's take a look at something that's very powerful. And the best way to illustrate this is had a student come in and he was a few minutes late, no big deal. He says, "Oh, I saw 5 pennies and I didn't even bother to pick it up." I said, "Well, why?" "Oh, 5 pennies." So what are you telling the universe? Said, "What do you mean? It's only 5 pennies." "You're telling the universe, I don't want this gift. I don't feel worthy of it." "No, it's only 5 pennies. Doesn't make a difference. It's a gift." Technically speaking, if you have 1 penny, you're never broke, technically speaking. So he said, "What do I do?" "Well, just say I give thanks when you pick up 5 pennies or whatever." So the next week he comes in and he said he found some quarters, maybe under $1. "Okay, I did what you told me to give thanks." 2 weeks later, he found $10. He gave thanks. And then 3, 4 weeks later, it was about 75 or $100. And I don't know what happened thereafter, or whether he found any more or not. Why did that happen? The universe has neutral energy. It allows you to do anything you so desire to do. Create chaos, create love and joy and happiness, whatever you desire. But the law says whatever you give thanks for, the universe goes, oh, you must like that. We'll give you more of that. So if a person says, oh, my life is terrible, look how it is, and you're thinking that, look at it is, nothing works out for me, and you're complaining, even though you didn't give thanks, but you're complaining about what's happening, you are, universe goes, oh, you must like more of it. So if you're angry, upset, and cursing, or screaming, and yelling, this is what it works with the universe. So now you're in your car, and you get stuck in traffic. More blocks, because nothing's working out right, and you're cursing and yelling, nothing's going right. And then you're looking for a parking spot, and you find one at the end of the mall, so you got to walk a mile, unexaggerated. Then you go in line to buy something, and you're number 27 in line. The person in front, they're looking through their pocketbook or their wallet. I must have my receipt somewhere. I don't know what I did with my money. Will you get through it? I want to get through. And you're standing in line for half an hour. You created that. Think about that. You created it. But if you say every morning, here's a tip, I give thanks for my wonderful life. I give thanks this day is going to go beautifully for me. But you have to mean it. And watch what happens to your day. 99.99%, it'll go perfect for you. The other 0.001 is when you doubt it. Whether you realize it or not, by your words, by your actions, by whatever you give thanks for, or you show anger or frustration for, you are bringing it into your life. You are. Kind of strange, isn't it? And then there are times when you say, I want this day to go perfect. I think I'm going to take Highway I-5. You hear, no, take 512 or whatever around here. Nope, I'm going to do that. You're 512. There's a big accident and you're stuck for 3 hours. Gosh darn it, I should have taken 512. Why didn't I listen to myself? So you're being guided by your thoughts and your energy. Part of your thoughts, even though you're not expressing it, is a desire to go to work. I want to get there early. And you're thinking it. You don't have to verbalize it. Although verbalize it gives it a little extra boost. Once you understand that, here's what I would like all of you to do to prove my point. And I love doing this. And all you say, I give thanks to anything or anyone who bought me breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Do it twice a day, right? At the end of the week, somebody's going to buy you breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Maybe it'll take 2 weeks. Why would it take longer than 2 weeks? Usually for me, it takes 2 or 3 days or less because I believe it. The other part of me, I know this may be foolish. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to try it. So you slow it down. That will prove your words have power to create in your life whatever you are creating. Remember, universe is neutral. Energy is neutral. So you want to create chaos? I love you. Create chaos. You want to create love and joy? I love you. You have love and joy. But your thoughts of what you're feeling anxiety about is always enhancing what you believe. I have people, I need a new job, but this job's no good. This job is hard, so it becomes very hard and arduous. I need a new job. And you're looking around and you don't believe you're going to get another job. You need a new job. I feel stuck here and so on. Instead of saying, this job is good, I've learned a lot, but now I'm ready for the next step up for my perfect job. And I know my perfect job is here. Notice my words, perfect job. So in your laws of manifestation, I call it a toilet roll of wishes. You know, you got 1,000 sheets of toilet paper. You write down 1,000 things, 100 things like, well, nothing's happening. Of course not. You're taking your energy and dividing it up 100 times or 20 times or whatever. Focus on one at a time, maybe two, but basically one. When that arise, focus on the next one, on the next one. You don't need everything all at once, just one at a time. The word perfect says everything your soul can think of. That's it, everything. It's a laundry list, a roll of toilet paper worth. And I remembered when I moved up here in the Seattle area, I had a Ram Dodge pickup. Loved the truck. Passed everything but a gas station. So I was teaching, about City University, about 60, 70 miles away. It was getting a little expensive. So I decided to manifest a car, but I didn't have a lot of money. And said it had to have transmission, had to be right, blah, 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 blah. I went through the laundry list. Finally saw an ad, called up a woman. She said what she was the dealer. She said, I don't know. It's a Honda wagon. It's a Civic. At that time, the speedometer only went to 100,000 miles. So I don't know if it's you have 130,000, 140,000, or just 30 or 40,000. I said, well, Spirit said take it. So I got it. She delivered it to me. I have that car. So what happened was 4 days later, the battery died. And I had to buy a battery. No big deal. Spirit said, how about instead of a laundry list, True Source said, the perfect car. I put over 100,000 miles on that car, one set of brakes. Bought the cheapest Korean tires I could find. I got 90,000 miles out of them. It was a stick shift. So the clutch never went out, 100,000 miles. I sold it to a friend and he said, boy, it's the best car he ever had. I manifested that. I manifested my perfect car. I knew it was going to be perfect. And it was. And I loved it. See, whatever you give thanks. So after I got the car, I give thanks for this beautiful car. And it just ran and ran and ran. I might be a walking advertisement for Honda, but this is really strange. I've had other makes of cars. They were great makes of cars. But whenever I have a Honda, it always goes further, lasts longer, and better. So there's some kind of energy I have with Honda cars. Other people have Toyotas or Kias or whatever they may have. But it's weird, but I love it. So I recently took a trip. And in the trip, I averaged 23 to 25 miles a gallon around city and highway driving. But then I took the trip and asked for great gas mileage. I believe I'm going to get good gas mileage. That's what I asked for. Getting 31 and 32 miles a gallon. Went, wow, that's pretty incredible. And by the way, it's a 2010 Honda, 14 years old. Runs like a top, doesn't have very much mileage on it. And I bought it new, used, which I did the same thing, the perfect car for me. And a friend of mine saw an ad and he goes, we're going to check this car out. Nah, I don't feel like it. Yes, we are. I got it for my price. And it's been wonderful. So why all these things? Am I more special than you? No, I'm not. It's that I just believe and I'm in harmony with the balance that my perfect car, or I give thanks for my perfect car. I give thanks for my perfect job. I give thanks for my perfect mate. I give thanks for my perfect house being repaired. Whatever you give thanks and you repeat it, the universe says, oh, you like it, so we're going to give it to you. Yet it's so simple, but everybody wants to make it complex. When I asked about spirituality, why is spirituality so difficult? The answer I got, you humans have to make a big deal out of everything. Oh, you're right. It was incredible. You can do this. And I'm sharing my experiences because I believe if I can do it, you can do it. Or if you can do it, I believe I can do it. So I'm teaching psych at the university. And I forgot to do my homework. And I looked at the subject because my homework was to make sure I'm teaching that chapter. And I asked True Source, I just give the right presentation, a lecture. And I did. And I opened up the book. Exactly what I was supposed to talk about. You see how powerful you are? See how unlimited you are? Get out of the ego. Get out of the doubt. Get out of the fear because you keep manifesting, you keep attracting it. Get into love and joy and happiness. Just say, whatever my soul wants me to give love and joy and happiness, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Do you think your soul wants you to be hungry, homeless, destitute, sick, or ill? Do you really think that? Of course not. But you create that. Even if there's chaos, and what you learn from the chaos. Oh, I've learned this. I don't need to learn it all anymore. I give thanks what I've learned. Universe said, okay, you learned your lesson. We're done with it. Time to move forward. Isn't that so simple? I know Tiiu, you wanted to say something. I'm just watching our time, everybody. So go ahead.
So we're doing okay on time, Michael. Uh, so we can subconsciously manifest. Am I correct?
Yes, you have.
Because I believe I manifested you.
Oh, well, thank you.
There was a time, and I'll just say this really quick. There was a time when I felt like there was something so awful. It wasn't awful, but there was like something missing in my life. And even though I have a good life, beautiful place to live out here on the mountains, I have a man who loves me, the whole 9 yards, there was still something missing. And I kept somehow, I guess it must have been subconsciously manifesting, because then, boom, you showed up and my whole life has changed.
Well, thank you. You honor me. Thank you. I'm honored to do so. But there's another manifestation you forgot about. Click, click. Hint.
Hint, hint. Oh, yeah, my camera gear.
Yes.
That's true too. Well, and then that recent trip that I took, and the one to Estonia, and that's true. Those were the things that have happened to me since I met you. And I'll just take a minute here, because this is the day of giving thanks. I am so incredibly thankful that you came into my life when you did, because you woke up my soul. I bought your book. I met you for lunch that day. I got your book. And in that moment, when we spoke, and I asked you, I'm going to share this really quick, Michael. I asked you, what's the difference between religion and spirituality? Do you remember what you answered?
Yes. You go ahead. Do you remember?
I do, exactly. You told me religion sets a moral code, and I thought, okay, I've gone to church. I grew up in the church. I understand the Ten Commandments. And then you said spirituality is your life experiences. And in that moment, while I was clutching your book to my chest, I saw you were no longer sitting across the table. I don't know where you went, okay? Because I saw this video going through my head of all the miracles that have happened in my life that science can't explain. And I had this white explosion of white and gold and so much warmth and love coming through my body that I didn't understand it until much later, when you explained to me exactly what happened. And why don't you share that with the people?
Sure. Thank you very much. So, in working with Tiiu, we had a little conversation, and when I answered her, which she talked about, said she had to go to the restroom, and she was kind of wobbly. And I'm looking at her, and I went, "Oh, she had a revelation, or a knowingness, or whatever you want to call it." And then she came back out, and she said, "Well, someday she would like to learn more," and she wasn't too grounded, and I helped ground her. And I went, "What a beautiful soul." And yes, one day she'll give me a call when she's ready, and I'll be able to help her on her journey. And this is what's really amazing about her. And we'll talk about her book. But what is really amazing about her is that she had the strength to keep moving forward. And when the abuse she went through, and you got to read the book, I'm baiting all of you, you got to read the book. She said, I'm going to thank everyone who abused me, took advantage of me, yada, yada, yada. And I said, why? She said, because it created the woman I am now and helped me to forge my spiritual mission and goal to assist abused women, children, and men. And I said, that's phenomenal. That's really beautiful to forgive and to keep that in mind. So we'll talk about that a little later, but my hat's off to you to say you've
Thank you,
done a great
Michael.
job.
Thank you,
And
Michael.
and you're a fine example of perseverance.
Here's the one keynote that we both haven't said yet. That explosion, that that moment when I was clutching your book, you told me later it was the moment my soul woke up. And I have sought most of my life for that missing piece. And since that moment in time when you and I met and had that soul awakening, I haven't searched anymore. It's like the weight of the world came off my shoulders. I knew, finally, in my heart of hearts and in my soul, I knew I had found exactly what I was looking for. I am so blessed that I manifested you.
Well, thank you. I'm blessed the True Source brought us together. Because it's a joy working with you.
Thank you.
Actually, everyone in a past life, she was my sister, twin sister. Obviously, we're fraternal twins. She kicked me out of the womb first to see what it's like. You know, I'll see if Mikey likes it. Remember that cereal? Mikey likes it. So then she came out and was born a few minutes afterwards. So that's why we're so
Michael, I
close.
wanted an older brother. I wanted an older brother.
Well, you
Suck
got
it.
it, even though it's a couple of minutes older. But in real life, I'm a little more than a couple of minutes older. But
It's
anyway,
okay.
it's a joy to have her in my life. So thank you, everyone, for letting us digress. I see we still have more time. I want everybody to understand, not want, but I really desire everyone to understand. And what I desire for all of you to understand is that you impose the blocks and limitations on your life and in your life by your belief system. If the universe says that whatever you like will give you more, with no judgment, what right do we have to judge? You know, as Jesus says, judge not lest you be judged. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. There's many teachings that Jesus had, and Buddha had, and even Moses had, and Krishna, and many other avatars. Many teachings. If nothing else, it is important for you to realize that you are not a victim, that everything in your life you are able to create by, again, I talk about FABA, faith, belief, and acceptance. You are worthy of that. It's so simple. Faith, belief, and acceptance. Faith, whatever I'm doing, it's going to happen. Belief, yep, it's now coming to me. Acceptance, I'm worthy. So simple. But as I said before, when I asked the true source why spirituality is so difficult, because you humans have to make a big deal out of everything. Part of it has to do with religiosity. Make it sound complex, but everything is very simple. Everything goes back to the basics in your life, right? You play a sport, there are basics. When you build a house, you don't start at the second or third story. You build with a foundation. That's the basic. Your foundation now is given the opportunity to make changes, employing faith, belief, and acceptance. Now, the addition into that is right action and correct exchange. If you just follow that, the doors will open up to another belief and understanding and a creation in your life that you deserve love, joy, and happiness, prosperity, and abundance. I know of people who are not wealthy. They're not. They're comfortable, by the way. Think I want to take a trip to Italy, Michael. So they'll think about it. They'll put out the energy. All of a sudden, boom, the money comes in, something happens. They're going to Italy. Well, how'd you go there? I just manifested the money came. Some relative gave me money or something happened, and that's it. So what if you could make these ongoing? You don't need millions of dollars because whatever you desire, it's there. Because whatever you give thanks for, it will happen. But the caveat is you have to believe it. Don't reject it because you see you are worthy. Because you were created out of love, by love, from love, and with love. And that's the glue. Then manifest joy and happiness in your life. That's the glue that heals. That's the glue that holds your body together. That's the glue defining what your soul's urge to accomplish in life. I'd like to thank all of you. I know we're coming a little towards the end. And I would like all of you to spend a few minutes and take a look at the gifts that I'm offering you, and Tiiu is offering you as well. And that is every Tuesday evening from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. It's a gift where you call in and you ask any questions called Soul Awakening. And as I said before, you may already know it, but you've forgotten it. Ask any question or just be the observer or see what beautiful souls bring up. And hopefully I can answer all those. And then I deliver a 10-minute message. Join us. Your cost is enlightenment and empowerment. That's what it's going to cost you to open up your soul to realize, my motto, you are unlimited. To access that information, all you need to do and join us is call this number.
And you can be the fly on the wall and we won't even know you're there. But the number is 202-926-1059 and the access code, Michael.
125-446-pound. One more time, please.
Absolutely. 202-926-1059 and the code, Michael.
125-446-pound. Beautiful. Now, using the same codes, the second Saturday of every month, I do is Mass Consciousness Healing. Again, it's on freeconferencecall.com. Call in. We talk for a few minutes. It starts at 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01, and we're pretty close to ending between 11:01 and 11:02. And we talk for a couple of minutes. Then you become a conduit. Remember I said you're created out of love, by love, from love, and with love? You feel this beautiful, healing, powering love energy come in. And then it blossoms out of your body with all the others and covers this planet. The mass consciousness, the animal, mineral, vegetable kingdom, Lady Gaia, as they call Mother Earth, or whatever, with love. Nothing negative can exist in the energy of pure love. And you will change. Because my mission and goal is to wake up your soul to realize that you can make a difference. You are the solution to turn this planet into love, to reconnect with the true source on a conscious level rather than just words, to know you're part of the true source. And with that, it enables you to do your spiritual mission and goals and your human mission and goals. It's a wonderful, wonderful example of how you raise your vibrations and feel love. By the way, when you raise your vibrations, illness becomes more difficult to take over your body. So why don't you give them that information?
Okay, that number is also 202-926-1059 and the code, Michael?
125-446-pound.
That's just verify the time of this event again.
9:55 a.m. to 11:01 a.m.
Okay, and that's our awesome mass consciousness healing that you do such a beautiful job with every second Saturday of the month, right?
That's correct.
Perfect.
And then all the replays, all the messages that I leave on 10 minutes messages on Tuesday night, you can access this audibly on your phone or on your computer or whatever. And all you need to do is starts at number 3 and goes up to 394. There's a reason I started at number 3. We'll talk about that later. But they're not labeled. And as I tell many people, I forgot to label them, but True Source said, no, you didn't. It was on purpose. Well, why? Do you want to read 380 or 90 labels? No. So this is where the trust comes in. Faith, belief, and acceptance. I'm going to choose number 147. Faith and belief and acceptance is going to help me. And you play it, you go, boy, just what I needed to hear. It's that powerful. And I hear this over and over again. I would suggest all of you take advantage of that. Tiiu, tell them how to get in touch.
Okay. The recordings you can access at 434-300-4170 and the code, Michael?
Access code is 125-446-pound. And just
Okay.
choose between 3 and 394.
One more time on the number. That's 434-300-4170 and the code, Michael?
125-446 #. Another item I'd like to address with you is that these podcasts and some of the words of wisdom you can access by going to Dr. Michael B. Gross YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because the more people read it, the more people I can reach. And what you will find is a review of the podcast with Tiiu and I talking, but also there are award-winning photographers who Tiiu is with beautiful pictures, with the words of wisdom and an audio message. So please take advantage of that. It's not as many as when you call up, but there is enough to get you started. And the pictures are very, very inspiring. And truly, she is an award-winning photographer. Please, everyone, spread the word. Tell everybody. My mission and goal is to awaken your soul, help you achieve your missions and goals, help everybody to awaken, especially in these days and times. Also, I want to compliment Tiiu because when True Source came to me and set up a nonprofit, well, what am I going to call it? The International Institute of Self Empowerment. Okay. And we affectionately call it TICE, TIICE, the International Institute of Self Empowerment. And I asked her to be director of abuse, women, children, and men, which she beautifully condescended. And we're slowly getting started, but we're getting there. And we're learning lots of new things, and you'll hear more things about it. And as we're ending towards the end of the year, there's information if you'd like to make a tax-free contribution. Remember, we're a 501c3. You'll get a letter saying you donated this and so on. We've already helped some people who needed operations and didn't have any money. So we would ask you, Tiiu and I do not take a salary in doing that. This is how we contribute to help others. So I just wanted to bring that up. Last thing is one more thing, and that is I offer a complimentary consultation, about a half an hour long, sometimes it's longer. And I would appreciate you getting in touch if you desire one. And my cell number, personal cell, is 253 222 1096. 253 222 1096. It's also in the chat. You can copy it down. So they call me old school. Call me. Don't text me. Call me. You can leave an audible message. Then text me because I'll see your telephone number. At the end of the night, I look at text. If you will text me and you really want to get a hold of me, you may wait till the next day because I get so many texts. I tell people over and over again, yeah, I'm old school. Put up with me. Right? So when you call and leave a message, it takes you another 10 seconds to leave a text message. Please, so I can honor you and help you when you want a complimentary session. The last thing I'd like to bring up to all of you is this is being brought to you by Healing the Holes in Your Soul, written by Tiiu Napp. It's a story of a heroine going through the walks of hell and coming out like the mythological bird, the phoenix, being reborn. And it's a story of going through trials and tribulations and coming out whole. This is a must read. It's inspiring. I encourage you, all of you, to read it. Sorry, it's getting a little. There we go.
There you go. Thank you, Michael. Let's start with this book, The Spiritual Primer by the amazing Dr. Michael Gross, who actually wrote the foreword in the book he's holding. But if it wasn't for this book and this incredible gentleman, that book would not even be in existence. So on that note, I'm going to keep this really brief. I already raved about you a lot today because I'm so incredibly blessed and grateful that you're in my life, Michael. You are truly a gift, a truly, truly, truly wonderful, beautiful, genuine gift, and you've changed my life. This book in my world is priceless. So definitely the only way to get it right now is to contact one of us because Amazon doesn't have them, but you can get a signed copy if you contact one of us. So definitely reach out to one of us. The contact information is all in the chat. Okay. I want to wish everybody. Michael, is there anything else? Because
yes, when you order a book from us, it's free shipping, so you won't get a handling and shipping charge of $4,000 to buy the book. So just know that. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. And I'd like to encourage everybody to know that you are unlimited. And whatever you give thanks for, the universe will give you. I give thanks for all of you for giving up your valuable time and listening to us. I give thanks for Tiiu to have the honor to work with her and for us to work together to make this presentation. Thank you all. Tiiu touched my heart. I love you all. And remember, you are unlimited.
We're limited.
Namaste.
Okay.
We love you, everybody. Mwah.
Happy Thanksgiving. We love you.
Happy Thanksgiving.